with Paul Charlton on his channel on WP Tuts. So I'm not going to say too much about it, but I'm sure we'll probably discuss that as we're going on. So yeah, sorry if anyone is coming in as I'm talking at the moment. Just making sure the audio and visuals are okay. I'm going live about 22 minutes ahead of schedule, but I thought I would just go live because I'm here and I'm ready. Why wait, eh? When you're all prepared, why wait? Just gotta check my sound is coming through okay, because I just realised I just touched the settings. The sound should be okay. The sound should be okay. Hey Charlie, hey Tarakangas, how you doing? Charlie, what's the weather like for you? Is it cold? Sorry, just adjust my mic. I'm just going to share my screen because we just had an update come in from... What's their faces? Elemental about version 3.11 beta. No, I haven't talked about the roadmap at all yet. I have not talked about the roadmap, and I will be. Hey, Misty Quet. Hold on, Mystique T. I said Mystiquette, and I just realised it's Mystique T, isn't it? I said it wrong, right? Hey, Susan. Yes, it is Susan. Not C, you know. Hey, how many screens do I have? Well, I have a MacBook Air over here. And then I got a 49-inch screen over here, which is pretty wide. You know what they say about people with ultra-wide screens, right? Cold and grey. Hey, from Merry Mainland, Michael. Hey, Stacey. Hey, Jamaz. Mystique T. I don't know why I was like this. Mystiquette. No, it's not. Let's just cut to the chase then. The Elemental roadmap. I mean, I might as well put it on screen, right? Let's just get it on screen. Okay, so if we go to Elemental... I think the presentation could have been condensed, you know, and I think it could have been condensed. I think there wasn't as much on the roadmap as what I was expecting. I have to be honest about that as well. There wasn't as much as I was expecting. But if we just go over to the roadmap for a moment, here's the roadmap. And it's available on... Let me get the URL for you. Let's just pull it down. I can't pull my mouse. My mouse is being a bit funny today. There we go. Sorry, just wait a minute. There we go. Right, elemental.com. // roadmap. So what we now have is planning, in progress, beta version, and release. So we know about the release stuff, okay? Today, we've had version 3.11 come out, which is over here. Version 3.11, it's in beta, by the way, it's beta, right? So you're not going to see all of these features. All of this stuff has come out. I know, Michael, I'm being nice. I'm trying to be nice. It could have been condensed. It's basically like saying, shut up, all right, get to the point. Anyway, back to the roadmap. So everything in beta came out today. This has all come out today, right? We then have this stuff over here with the in progress. I'm going to be honest, the loop library templates, I'm not bothered that much, to be honest. I'd build my own anyway. Loop builder alternative template, again, I'm not really bothered. Mega menu, yeah, we've been asking for it, but you know, not everyone's going to use it. New editor menu. Now, this has got me a little bit wondering, what are we going to have here? What are we going to have here, hey? You know, hey, Shaggy? Scooby-Dooby-Doo. What are we going to have here? Because obviously you got the way that Breakdance do it, and the way Bricks do it, and the way other plugins do it, or whatever, page builders. Are we going to have a completely different look? And personally, I don't want us to go overly crazy with, completely changing it too much, because I'm used to what we're doing. Yeah, I mean, what Ash did was good as well. You know, like with the nested tabs. But we got a video on that as well. Now the planning, this is where my interest lies the most, right? This one over here, this one, loop builder filters. That one gets my, hey Pavel, that one gets my, wow, you know, that's the one I'm most interested in. Hey Emmanuel. Because for your loop builder, we need post and product filters. Finally, we're going to get it. Nested accordion. In fact, nested carousel is available now in beta. I'm going to show you that in a moment. And container grid. This has also got a lot of people like sitting up for attention. Container grid. CSS grid. This could be a big thing. Now, Elementor 3.11 came out, I kid you not, like what, an hour ago? An hour ago it's got announced. And what we get told here is we now have the loop carousel. Sorry, it's not the nested carousel, it's the loop carousel. So you can now build a post carousel. When this comes out final, I'll do a proper tutorial of it, but I'm not going to do it until we have the final version. But this is pretty big news. We now have a post carousel. And you could use this for products as well. Hey Pixar, right? This is a pretty big news one, right? That's pretty big news. Copy and paste between websites. That is big news as well. Copy and paste between websites. This could be super, super cool, right? I mean, I don't know though. Would you have to have... It's a bit of a strange one, this. To test it out, would I have to have Elementor 3.11 on both websites? I think I would. I don't know, my brain's going a bit fuzzy now. Would I have to have two websites with both of them? I think I would, right? Responsive. Now, this is another big one. Responsive background image size. Every image you upload to WordPress, you will be able to responsively adjust the image size of the background image as well. Now, does this mean you can also crop it and scale it? I will be testing that out tomorrow. I'm not really bothered about the pop-up. I have to be honest, I'm not bothered about the pop-up, you know, whatever. But I do think some of those issues there, yeah, you'd have to have 3.11 beta on both. That means I've got to set two websites up with 3.11 beta, Michael. Do you get why I'm a bit like, right? So I think 3.11... it's got some interesting things there. But where we go to the roadmap, the loop builder filter and the container grid, they are two features. You can literally scrap nearly everything you have on here and just go loop builder filter and container grid. You get those two done properly. And we're talking good. Anyway, how are you all doing? It's Tuesday. There was a lot of hype built up for yesterday. I have to be honest. For the entire rough hour it was on, you could almost argue that most of us were more keen on 10 minutes of the roadmap and stuff like that. So it could have been definitely condensed, couldn't it? But I will be... yeah, I'm trying to be kind here. I'm not trying to say, oh, look, this is really, really bad or whatever, you know, and it was on for too long. Because I do think, like, it was good to be introduced to people, but I think that should have been done as maybe a separate webinar or not. But that being said, it was great to see so many people who we sometimes chat to on the Elemental Global Facebook group, but we don't always talk to them all the time. So I think that was a really, really good, nice little thing, I think. Anyway, Yoast have done a facelift for Yoast version 2. I am going to have a look at that next week and just compare it to Rank Math, because I've always said Rank Math, I prefer Rank Math compared to Yoast. Don't forget to hit like. We've got 19 people watching and we have not gotten loads of likes. We've only got 7 likes. Yoast, Rank Math. Now that Yoast have redone their interface, Are they closer to rank math or not? What do you get with Yoast that is better or equal to rank math? Rank math give you loads more. Yoast don't give you as much. So that's going to be a pretty interesting comparison. Would you agree? Would you agree that's a comparison we need to do? Yoast version 2. You did know about this, right? They've done a complete interface of all of that. Emmanuel, it's too long. Yeah, just get to the point. Okay, yeah. Michael, they could have started the intro during the countdown. Yeah, that countdown was quite funny. We kept getting a 2-minute countdown. It must have reset 5 times, I think, or quite a bit. We were going on close to 14 minutes in before it actually started. And what was interesting was also it was a pre-recorded session as well, so something wasn't working somewhere. Yeah, so Emmanuel, Yoast have gone for version 2. Yoast now has a full-on version 2. They're calling it Yoast 2.0. So they've kind of done a bit of a revamp of their interface and the settings. It does look similar to rank math, the way they have boxes. However, I don't know how good it is on a full-blown setup. So this is what I'll be doing. Tomorrow I'm going to be setting up 2 fake websites for 3.11 beta, so I can test them out. And then I'm going to put Yoast on one, rank math on another, and I'm going to try and work through multiple videos. Not videos. I'm going to try and test them out. Who here likes Yoast compared to rank math? Is there anyone here who is a big fan of Yoast? Maybe. I think a lot of people on here do use other products as well, like All-in-One or SEO Press or Squirrely. But if you were to make a choice between Yoast and rank math, how many here would go for Yoast over rank math? If you were to make a choice, bearing in mind we now have a new version of Yoast, so things might have changed, but how many of you would have gone for Yoast and not rank math? I'd love to know the answer to that. Well, this is what I want to find out, Emmanuel, because with Yoast, you had to pay to get lots of stuff that rank math gave you for free. So have Yoast rethought their model? Because surely they must go, well, why are we losing people to rank math? Why? Well, basically, you don't have to pay to get a load of stuff that you had to pay with Yoast, right? And I'm hoping I'm going to look at that this week, Phil. So I'm hoping hopefully by Friday, I will have a video that does a comparison between the two. It's not going to be a full-blown step-by-step comparison, but it will be like, okay, how easy is it to install and set up rank math? How easy is it to do it with Yoast? When you go to a post or a page, what can you do with rank math and what can you do with Yoast? And where's the limitations? Is it now that, well, rank math allow me to do da-da-da-da-da, and Yoast allow me to do da-da, but the rest of the da-das I have to pay for? Or is it now a different model? Is it now you can do more? And would I consider it? And that's where I got to be honest. I'm not being sponsored by them. I might even turn around and go, you know what? I'm actually going to use it more. Yeah, good one, Charlie. 404 redirects, yeah. You know, rank math, you get it all in, right? You get it all in. What about Yoast? Do they still give it to you all in with version 2? So it's going to be interesting. So I can already see here a lot of people, and don't forget to hit like, hey, we've only got 9 likes, and I think all 9 were by accident. Go on, give me an intentional like. Right, give me an intentional like. Hey, Eddie. Oh, Eddie, hey, how you doing? So, I'm intrigued to see, has Yoast... Because surely, okay, Yoast were everywhere, right? They were like the thing. Then rank math came out. 2020, rank math really started getting momentum. More people were using it. And in 2021... let me get my dates right, roughly 2021 January, Yoast went on the offensive. They were everywhere. They were on podcasts, they were advertising, they were everywhere. But it wasn't working because Rank Math were massively eating into their market. Now, Yoast do have a much bigger subscriber base and installations. Well, of course they would. They've been out much longer than Rank Math. It's not a good way to compare. But what I would reckon is that Yoast surely have now looked at Rank Math and gone, what are they doing? What can we compete with? Bearing in mind we charge people. So are we going to change the way we charge? Well, if we do that, what about the people who are already paying? Do they now get some stuff for free or not? How does that work? So it'll be really, really interesting to see when I start to do that assessment. Yeah, exactly, Mystique. Yeah, Yoast was exactly what you've said. It was okay. But when you were using Rank Math, you always felt like it was working with you when you were doing your pages. Now, Rank Math inside of Elemental is wicked, brilliant. What I'm really waiting for, though, is one of them has got to make the big move somehow with Bricks Builder. Because Bricks Builder, you do have an SEO component, but it's very basic, very basic. You can use Rank Math, but it's not a full-on integrated bit of kit like what you get with Elemental, where you have the sidebar and all of that. So I'd like to think we get that. Oh, really, Pixar? Have you just been sat there? Oh, man. Oh, hold on. Have I got a delivery? Sorry, I think there's a delivery, but I'm not sure. Hold on. I feel like... Can you guys just give me a minute? There's someone in the driveway and I just need to check who they are. Just give me a minute. Wait. It's all right. It's okay. Sorry, I'm back there. Sorry, I had to go quickly pop out and check. That was the window cleaners. I'm not sure why they've come out though, because it's freezing cold. All they're going to do is ice up the windows. So I'm just checking the comments that are coming in. So Eddie said, "What was my verdict?" I think it could have been condensed, basically, Eddie. Like, it could have been condensed, is what my opinion is. But I'll talk more about it tomorrow on Paul's live chat, I think. Jason Boy's at the door. I realised when Imran said in the chat today, it's my... No. Yeah. I mean, it was pre-recorded, and... I should probably be on their video production team, I think. And I'm not criticising anyone or anything, but there needs to be a bit more life, I think. You know, when you have live webinars or pre-recorded webinars, there needs to be more going on, I think. Am I right or am I wrong? I don't know. What do you think? What do you think? Hey? But do you know what I mean, though? Let's just focus right now. I've got window cleaners come round. They're cleaning all the windows. It's freezing cold. Why would you clean the windows in freezing cold weather? I know why, because they want to get paid, but it's freezing effing cold. You know, right? Why would you do that? Anyway, I did very quickly share on screen that we have a version 3.11 Elemental beta come out, which I will be looking at in a bit more detail tomorrow. And hopefully I'll talk about some of the new features coming out and what my thoughts are on them. I agree, Pickstar. If you're going to do a webinar, right? Look, no, let me change my wording. If you have a pre-recorded video, yeah, I call them window cleaners. That's what they are. What do you call them, Emmanuel? We call them window cleaners. Window cleaners or cleaner windows. Is there an official word for them? I call them window cleaners. Anyway, so pre-recorded. Sorry, back to that. If it was set as a premiere, so it's premiering, I get that. But because we had almost like a week and a half advance notice, for me it's like, you know, it might have been recorded on the day, right? It's probably been recorded on the day, but I think it could have been, you know, I don't like to call a webinar. I don't know. Look, I'm trying not to mince my words here, but if I know I'm joining a webinar, I don't like it if it's pre-recorded. If it's a premiere of a YouTube video, of course you know it's pre-recorded, right? Of course you do. It's just premiering at a certain time. But when you have webinars, I would MI6, yeah, nice one, Michael. I would. Hey Mia, hope you're okay as well. I would prefer it. Oh, who called the window cleaners? Oh, I have them come regularly, Emmanuel. They come every 2 months, but yeah, they come every 2 months, and I often don't know what day they're coming. They just turn up and get on with things. Really, they just turn up. Anyway, what are we talking about? What are we talking? My mind's going a bit blank here. My mind's going blank. What are we talking about? Pre-recorded webinars. Hey, Jason. So, and I'm struggling to explain it. Live chat, pre-recorded, it doesn't flow, does it? Because if there was a problem with the sound or something, or you wanted them to clarify something, so let's say one of the presenters says something and you have a question that you can't quite understand, you might want to go back to ask that person, well, what do you mean? And you almost want them to reply on camera, right? So pre-recorded always feels a little bit like a cheat, in my opinion. Can you imagine if when I do live chats right now, they were all pre-recorded? And you're all putting a live question, and I'm sat in the background, and I'm typing my answer, but on camera, I'm just talking, which is what I kind of do anyway, right? So, yeah, I'm kind of contradicting myself. D, I haven't cleaned the outside windows. Ferdy had a webinar last week. Yeah, that's what I mean, though. That's what I mean, though, Eddie, because I always feel like it feels detached. For me, yeah, the only time you're going to get a pre-recorded video from me is when you have a YouTube video come out. But when I say I'm live, or I say we're doing a... Look, I'll let you know now, there will be a webinar at the end of March. At the end of March, there will be a webinar because we're currently building a... we're basically building a new super course about... I'm not going to say exactly everything what it's about, but it's a super course, right? And hopefully end of March it will be ready, and we're going to do a webinar. That webinar will be live. It's not going to be a pre-recorded webinar. It will be a live webinar. So when we're talking about stuff we're going to help you out with and all of that, and showcase this new super course as well and all of that, it will be live. So if anyone says, hey, I don't like it, we'll answer the question. Hey, what about this? What about that? We'll do it there and then. All right? Tech problems or no tech problems. It will be live. It will be real. It will be humanized. Because you know that if I make a mistake now when I'm live, you see the mistake. If I go for a toilet break, you see the mistake. Is that a mistake? Probably not. But obviously, when we do pre-recorded YouTube videos, that's different. But you know that's not live, right? Why are we even talking about this? This is all we're focusing on right now. I worked with a couple of people today. Very interesting situation, looking at their page speed. I had a couple of consultant calls. They were really good. Both of them sometimes join the chats, but I won't point them out unless they point themselves out, so I'm not going to say their names. And we've got a client who is now agreeing, not a client, potential client, who's now kind of agreeing to working with us to improve their page speed. However, they don't have a big enough budget to employ us to work on their page speed performance or their mobile responsiveness. So here's what I've offered them. Rather than me doing the work, I will be an advisor, but you still pay my hourly rate. So if I'm going to be in a meeting and I'm working with your team for 1 hour or 2 hours or whatever, you're paying the hourly rate. And they kind of are okay with that. So we just got to get that all set up and we'll be fine. Well, Dave, that's an interesting one, yeah. I think there was a technical issue somewhere. Something happened. Something must have happened for the 15-minute delay. We can speculate. What do you think happened to delay it by 15 minutes? Eddie, I'm not going to comment on that comment that you just made about the refresh in case I get into any trouble. But if I'm honest, Eddie, I do wonder as well. I do wonder that as well. Mia's coming late today, caught up eating delicious flatbread with seeds. I might have been a bird in a former life. Ah, Mia, you're still a bird. Yeah, if someone says you should do more breaks and then you leave the toilet call, this is a break. Something wrong. Hey, Abhishek, how you doing? Surely it would be faster for you to do it rather than telling them how to do it. Yep, that's true as well. Hey, Hamza, how you doing? So, we are... well, the thing is, D, is that I have said to them that I might tell them what to do. And the fact that you're expert... And by the way, when I say that, I don't mean to offend anyone here, okay? But this person has told me they have expert web designers. If your expert web designers are not handling your mobile responsiveness, like we're talking really bad, the page speed performance super bad, like super bad, every page, even the basic page, contact page, it's like I don't understand how they got it so low a score when you have a contact page. Hey Linda, hey Davika. I will explain it to them. If they don't get it, however long it takes, that's the charge. And by the way, I do not charge retrospectively. So if I say we are going to have a 1 hour meeting or a 2 hour meeting, right? 2 hour meeting, you pay for the 2 hours. If the meeting only lasts for 45 minutes, I do not give you a discount. Let me be frank about that. Because I scheduled out those 2 hours for you. In fact, I scheduled out 3 hours. Here's why. You have half an hour before, you have your 2 hour meeting, you have half an hour afterwards. I've scheduled out 3 hours of my time. I probably didn't book any other calls. I probably decided I wasn't going to work on something. I adjusted my schedule for that day or that period to be what? So if we book in for 2 hours and I'm paid for 2 hours, but you only use me for 45 minutes, you don't get a refund. I'm really, really sorry, because that is how the world works in some scenarios, okay? So, because there's so many scenarios where you pay for someone's time. Let me give you an idea, okay? If you pay for someone's time for half an hour, right? And you're only in there for 5 minutes, you don't get a £25 minute discount. The price is the price that you pay. If it is a web design project and there was a charge for you to do this much stuff, but you only did that, and there's 4 things outstanding, then the customer has a right to a discount. Not a discount, a refund. Full refund, partial refund, you work it out. But when you pay for a service, consultancy time, if you find, well, I only needed half an hour, you still pay for the rest of it because that person, that consultant, booked the time in. And it's no different to if you book a hair appointment or a dentist appointment or whatever, and they say, if you don't tell us with 24 hours notice, right, you have to pay the full charge. So you've used 0 minutes. You didn't give them 24 hours notice, but you still pay the charge. And that's why people need to do that. Yeah, Hamza, what was the question? I mean, that's a bit strange. I mean, I'll have a look. I mean, to be honest though, I might have been busy that day. But what was your question about again? Ask it here. I'm not running server cron, Eddie. I just leave it as it is for WordPress. Mia, this is only the best group for dedicated online content creators because of you. If it weren't for you, we'd be rubbish. And to be honest though, I'm not an expert either. If I'm going to be really frank, I am not an expert. Okay? I don't claim to be an expert. Well, I call myself an expert, but I'm not an expert. To be honest though, I'm more of an expert in Elementor than someone who's never used Elementor, right? Pigsty is going to be more of an expert in cooking burgers than someone who's never cooked a burger, right? Mia is going to be more of an expert in eating flatbread than someone who's never had flatbread, you know? So the word expert is a little bit subjective anyway. And I would say, D, you are an expert in what you do because you're doing it really well and you're asking the right questions and you are working hard. Yeah, exactly, D. Exactly. If you pay for a massage, wow, D's paying for a massage. Hey, D, what are you paying for? You pay for an hour and you're 20 minutes late, you're absolutely right. You've paid for the time, the slot. I mean, I did a consultancy once with someone. They paid for an hour. They only needed me for half an hour. And then they were like, oh, okay, do I get a refund? And I was like, no. So then they decided to spend the last half hour just talking about whatever. I wasn't bothered. I was like, well, yeah, okay, we can talk. We can talk about whatever you want. It's not going to bother me because I booked out the hour regardless. If you want to waste that half hour just talking rather than going on and working on your website, that's entirely up to you, right? So Hamza, you wanted a custom post design. You used the Elementor loop builder, and I couldn't make a category. Yeah, but Hamza, I think I did. Hamza, are you sure I didn't reply to this? Are you sure I didn't reply to that, Hamza? Because I'm sure I did reply to something similar. You want to make a category filter, you could just add in buttons and you can create your own filter system. Don't forget to hit like, everyone. We've only got 19 likes. Aljamaz, it's like when you book a hotel room, use a couple of hours. Yeah, yeah, exactly, Aljamaz. That's another good one as well. Way to fun. How are you? Can I see your comment? Well, I can't. All I see is the word hello. You can't post a URL, by the way to fun. Did you post a URL? If you post a URL, it won't work. Michael, you used a room for a couple of hours. What's going on there? Yeah, Michael, I'm wondering the same question. Same question. Yeah, D is right, Hamza. If you go to our YouTube channel and you do a search for blog post or category, I have got a video on how you can do it 2 different ways. One with a plugin or one with building your own out Damn, I'm getting a lot of emails. Why is everyone emailing me at this time of the day? So there are ways you can do it. So just go and look at our videos, Hamza. Sorry, bad enough. No, don't worry. Oh, God. All right. Now we are entering Hotel Uranus, because now we're talking about how you can book it for just 2 hours. And Dee knows someone who provides massages, but you got to pay for the hour, which some of you might be happy with, or something like that. So I've got a lot on. I have got a lot on. I was hoping not to record many videos this week because I was going to focus on our super course, but now I'm going to have to park that for about 3 days now. And I'm going to be looking at image masking in Bricks Builder, the Elementor Beta 3.11, and also look at Yoast versus Rank Math with the new version 2. Now, Way to Fun says, how do you select a WordPress theme? So here's the question, Way to Fun. What are you aiming to do? What are you aiming to do, and what page builder are you using? There's my question. Back to you, Way to Fun. Okay? You swung the ball my way and I whacked it back. What is the page builder? Which page builder are you using? And what are you trying to achieve? Because that defines which theme you're going to go for. So what's the website about? Right? What's the website about? And what page builder are you using? Is it Elementor, Breakdance Bricks, Divi, Quickly, Spectra, Hydra? Or what are you using? What are you going for? Yeah, but Hamza, what you have to remember, Hamza, yeah, is there is only one of me. I've got live chats, YouTube videos, clients, family, other projects, other things. I still help people out in the NHS with some analytical advice and stuff like that. So I can't go and check our YouTube channel. I would always say, yeah, if anyone has a question, please check our YouTube channel, because we cover off so many topics and stuff in there. You might surprise yourself. Way too fun. When you say scratch, what do you mean by scratch? What do you mean by scratch? I don't get that. Is that your page builder? Is there such a page builder as Scratch? In that case, use the itch theme. Scratch with the itch theme. When you say scratch, what do you mean? What do you mean? There's quite a few stuff, Eddie, in the beta version. There's you can copy from one website to another, you know, elements. There is the post carousel, which I think is really, really good. And there is also hold on, I can't remember now. There was one other thing which I thought was pretty good. Where is it? Where is it? Responsive background image. I have to test that out, though. I have to test that out. Is it good? Right, Themify Builder. I'm not sure about if I'm honest, right, okay, I'm not sure about using the Themify Builder, but what in this scenario, okay, the theme you use is going to have to be the theme that best satisfies what you want. Okay, so let me turn around the question, Way to Fun, okay? You could say to me, how should I make a sandwich? I don't mean with 3 people, if anyone knows what I'm talking about. How do I make a sandwich? Okay, right? My question then would be, what kind of sandwich are you after? Big sandwich, little sandwich, bits and pieces, triangles, kiddie sandwich, crisp sandwich, burger sandwich. What are we going for? And what is the end game? What do you want to achieve? That will then define how you make the sandwich. So when it comes to what theme should I use, well, the question should be, what are you trying to achieve? Very much like when someone says, I need a website, don't go, yeah, we'll build a website for you. stop and take a step back and go, why do you need a website? What are you trying to achieve with this website? What is your aim? What's it going to do for you? Sales, leads, conversions, what are you trying to achieve? And then that will tell you more about what do they need, and maybe use a pre-existing theme, you build from scratch. Client says to me they want a directory, a business directory for window cleaners. I'm going to go, right, we're going to use Elementor, we're going to use the My Listing theme, and boom, 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 and this is how we're going to approach it. There we go. I know where they want to get to. I know where they want to get to, right? What I haven't done is given them a roadmap, which is endless. See what I did there? But I know where they want to get to. So I can then go, right, we need to start here. Here's the journey. Where are we? Right? Do we know the domain, the logo, the brand, the color palette? Right, we start here. We don't know the logo. We don't even know the domain or color. Right, we got to go back. We got to go back. Right, whose job is it to do that? Mine? Probably not. Yours? Yeah. Get on with it, kind of thing. Come back to me when you're ready. My prices might have changed. I might never hear from you again. But what's the end game? Where are we getting to? And then I go, right, here's the theme we need to use or not. Okay, so we now have a few more details here. So way to fund for selling my 999 books on my shelf. You what? Your 999 books. Way to fun. You might as well build a website from scratch, if I'm really honest. I agree, John. The copy bit, is that needed? I'm not sure. Okay, right. So let's just see some of the comments coming in, really. Yeah, I mean, I think it's I think when we look at like some of the stuff coming out with beta 3.11, it does definitely look interesting, and I'm looking forward to seeing, oh, sorry, they've done a tweak as well. Experiments is now known as features. Look at that. Experiments is now known as features. Flexbox container, like Dave said, has been moved to release control status or release change. Hold on, does RC stand for release control or release change? Oh, I can't remember now. Yeah, so yeah, it's looking good. I think it's looking, I mean, you can't deny it, okay? You can't deny that there does seem to be a bit more of an acceleration in how they're getting things done and out the door. And I have to say that I'm really happy and glad they're doing this. Release candidate, that's it. Release can. You know why I keep saying change? Because I'm still working in the NHS mindset. Right. I don't think that a lot of the acceleration in how they're doing things is down to just me and Paul and what we said 7 months ago. It's not down to just us. But I do think it might have given Elementor a bit of a kick, a little bit, to just say, hey, look, some of your influencers who have put out videos out there and are happy to talk about Elementor are feeling a little bit unhappy. I think that might have helped, and I think it re-energized them to rethink what they're doing. So Way to Fun, what is the difference between a free and paid WordPress theme? Way to Fun, can I ask you a question? Okay, please don't take this the wrong way, but how long have you been web designing? How long have you been web designing? Because Michael explains it really well, but I'm gonna have to jump in and put on the professor hat on now and just say, how long have you been web designing? 4 to 5 days. Okay. How old are you? Can I ask as well, how old are you? 4 to 5 days. And what were you doing before you became a web designer? What were you doing? In fact, don't tell me the age. That's a bit irrelevant. What were you doing before you became a web designer? Because this shouldn't stop you being a web designer. But right, you're 17. Okay, so you're a student, right? How many projects, how many websites have you built? Because you've said you've only been doing it 4 to 5%. So have you built any websites for anyone where you've taken money? How many websites have you built and how many have you been paid for? How many websites have you built and how many have you been paid for? I'm going to guess it's 0 because you said 4 to 5 days. I'm going to guess, yeah, so no, none built, none of that. Right. I would take a step back for a moment, okay? And I would say, okay, web design 101, okay? WordPress, right? Okay. If you're using Elementor, which I'm guessing you're probably not, you only need the Hello theme. If you're not using Elementor, you can get away with Astra and Cadence and use a block theme, okay? If you use a Themify builder, first check if that's the right one for you. I'm not sure about it, but have a look and check if it's the right one for you. But the best way to explain a free and paid plugin, really, really simply, is a bit like this. If you go to the cinema, you'll have the standard ticket price. What do you get with that? Well, you get a seat. If you pay for the premium ticket price, you still get a seat, but you'll get a better view. They might give you free popcorn and some other goodies or not. Okay? But I'm going to just say that just take a step back a little bit. Don't rush into it because you're still young. It sounds to me like you're investigating and thinking a bit. Play and experiment. Play. Yeah, start. Now I understand what you mean by scratch. You mean start from scratch. All of us were trying to work out what you meant by scratch. Have you watched the Web Squadron how to start a web design business video? Go to our YouTube channel. There's a video called How to Start a Web Design Business. I really, really think you need to I think you just need to go and watch that, because what I don't want you to do is make the mistake that a lot of people do. They go, oh yeah, I'll go into Elementor. Oh, I'll go to Bricks. Oh, I'll go and do this. Now that you've mentioned Themify Builder, I want you to just take a step away, all right? Just for a moment, right? I want you to look at websites on the internet. What do you like and dislike? The look of them. And the ones you do like, look at the colors. Look at the arrangement of the images and the logo and the layout. Does the page breathe? Nicely spaced out? Is it very compact, tight, too much going on? What's going on there? Get an understanding of that. Start scribbling down designs. Get into the idea and the mindset of making things kind of flow a little bit, right? Make it flow. Now, I'm going to ask a very direct question here, though, way to fun. Right? You're 17. Are you a student? Okay. Where are you based and where are you a student? Where are you based and are you a student? Serious question now, way to fun. And I'm not going to focus completely on you because there's lots of things to talk about. But where are you based and are you a student? Because wherever you're based, I think you need to kind of... In fact, no, let me ask you a third question. What's your location, right? Hold on, I've forgotten what the questions are now. What's your location? Where are you? No. Yeah, sorry. Where are you based? Right? What do you currently do at the moment? Okay. And why are you wanting to become a web designer? Can you give me those three questions? Answer those, because it's going to help me give you a bit of a strategy. So where are you based in the world? What are you doing right now? Don't say I'm watching YouTube. I get that. But what are you doing generally? Are you a student? Are you working? What are you doing? And the third thing is, why do you want to become a web designer? Is it because someone has said to you, hey, you're going to make $20,000? Has someone told you it's really easy? Has someone told you they're making lots of money? Has someone said you can do this from your home? What is making you do this? Because you're at 17, mate, and you are at what I call a, I don't want to say naive, but you are at a stage of life where anyone could say anything and you might believe it and go with it. Hey, you can do this and you make money. Hey, you could drink this and you'll be really strong. Hey, you could eat this and you'll be really tall. Hey, you can talk to her and she'll get married to you. Hey, you can jump off a bridge and you'll fly. There's a lot of stuff like that goes on, right? And I just want to make it a little bit clear. So, where are you based in the world? And it doesn't matter where you're based, right? I don't care. But I don't understand. No, where are you based in the world? Number one, where in the world? England, Timbuktu, Easter Island, India, Bangladesh, South Africa. Where are you? Netherlands? Where are you based in the world? You're a student at the moment. Okay, what are you doing? What are you studying? Because we do have to make this okay, India, right? What are you studying? You say you're a student, but what are you studying? Because I want to make sure you get a clear roadmap in your head. I want you to get a clear idea of your head, what you're thinking. Hey, Arnad, how you doing? Yeah, sure. Let me just get that link to that. Yeah, that's the word, Anthony. You're right. Impressionable. I used the wrong word. I said naive, but yeah, similar, isn't it? Impressionable. I'm going to get that video link. Thanks, Mia. You are right. Okay. And your third answer was you're looking for something to move forward and do something useful in my free time. That's not a bad thing to do. It's like a side hustle. But what are you studying? What are you studying? What are you studying? Because, yeah, I just want to be sure that you're on the right path, okay? So let me just get the video that I think you should be watching, which is web design business, which is... I can't even find my damn video. Can you just give me a moment to just find the video, because it's somewhere here. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? I can't find it. Come on, I didn't do it that long ago, did I? I didn't do it that long ago. Where's it gone? Where's it gone? Ah, here you go. Got it. So here's the video you need to watch, right? Web design business. Lots of useful tips that are really going to massively help you out, right? Massively going to help you out. Well, I think some of the comments that have come here are pretty good, yeah, as well, like for other places you can go. My only recommendation is some of these other places are pushing other affiliate products. That's all I will say about that. So you're currently doing civil engineering in IT in Delhi, okay? That sounds really good. And it's definitely a career you want to continue with. So here's what, I'm not trying to put you off Way to Fun, but I don't think civil engineering is easy. Not by a mile. Can you focus on civil engineering in IT and take on the stress of web design? Because you're new, you're going to be playing around with different tools. You're going to make mistakes. You might decide to work on someone's website and then there's pressure and they want this and that. Can you do that? And I'm not trying to put you off. I really am not. I'm just trying to say that it is really easy to get sucked into something. And I feel like you've got a career there, something going on, okay? And have a think about, can you juggle the time? Because I'm just wondering about civil engineering. It doesn't sound easy. It is easy. But, you know, if you want it, but before you jump into it, watch the video on how to start a web design business and take a deep breath and have a think about, What is your arsenal of tools? What are you going to use page builder wise or not? Are you going to do hand coding, hard coding, sorry? What are you thinking about? I'll totally agree, Mark. I think there's nothing wrong with the side hustle. I just think that there's a difference, right, between learning web design properly takes a lot more thought processes, and it's like I remember when I got to a point where I said, you know what, I'm going to put loads more time into web design than I am already. And I spent, oh God, 2 months experimenting over and over again with different solutions. Elemental, Divi, this, that. I was going, what about this? What about that? Should we try this? Should we try that? Should we go with this? No, let's stick to that. No, that one's not a good idea. And the moment you start working for a client, like, look, if you take photos and you sell photos, people buy the photo, job done. Goodbye, never see you again. If you make boxes, you make the box, they see the box, they take a photo of the box, and off they go. Web design is like something where I would say that you've got to be tough. You've got to be a bit tough, right? You can make it as an introvert. You can make it if you're shy. You can make it if you really want. You can make it, okay? You can do it. But you've also got to be able to toughen up inside. When you have a client call you up, calling you every name under the sun, I don't like that, you done this, I paid you, you're a waste of space, I want my money back, I don't want this, I'm going to hire someone else, why is my website down, I did not pick that colour, why does my logo look so blurry, look, I don't care what you say, I'm going to send you 50 images over WhatsApp. You know what? I don't care what you're saying. I'm going to post the images to you. When you get the images, put them on your table, take a photo and stick them on the website. You're going to have to toughen up a bit. No one actually does that, by the way, with the posting photos, but right? So just always bear in mind, just bear that in mind, okay? But you can do it, okay? You can do that, okay? So it... Hamza, I have started my career from 30 as well. Imran's kind of tips are good for someone who already knows how to make a website. But if you want to start from scratch, then... but Hamza, we've got a new course coming out, which is going to be all about how to start it all off from the beginning. We're going to start right from the beginning. And have you seen this course, Hamza? But have you seen this course? Not this course, that video, sorry. How to make a WordPress website. By the way, yeah, I do want to stress out, this person you're all promoting never ever promotes me, and he has had a bit of an issue with me as well in the past, okay? So watch out for how much you promote him, okay? Watch out, because he has had an issue with me being very honest about what I say. Yeah, I mean, Mia does make a good point as well, about what's happening is that there is a rush of web designers out there, but if you fail to recognize what I call the basics of layout and design and color, and you don't have to study art or graphics. You just have to look at other websites. Look at what is working. Where am I? I'm in the UK. I'm in the UK. All right, I'm in Leicestershire. Born and bred in the UK, all right? You got to look at, like, loads of websites. And do you like them? And if you like them, why do you like them? Don't like them just because of the image. because the image is just an image. Almost look at the website and strip away the image. Try and look at it bare bone. It's a bit like when you house hunting. You go into a house and the walls, the carpet, really ugly, really, really ugly and bad. You have to look at the house and the structure and what you can do with it without the murkiness. And the same applies to websites, right? You will look at a website and look at the structure. Look at the way it's built. Look at the placement of the headline and the call to action. Did they do something that you were like, I never thought of that? And then look at those that don't work. The disorientated colours and things going on like that. Have a look at it. Right, okay, don't forget to hit like. Yeah, no, I mean, I'm very supportive, and yeah, it's just I mean, it's just a funny one. It's a funny one. I mean, I won't go into details, Artif, but it's like look, if people want to promote others, you know, I can't stop you, but the only thing that annoys me is that they will never ever promote me. Okay, and there's a reason why. Some of them have sometimes put little dodgy comments. Oh, nice one, Imran. But they do it. There's a snidiness to something they say, which gets on my nerves. But anyway, hey, Sam, come on, mate. Cheer up. So there's a good interview on the Atarim site with someone who was sick of being a website designer. I think there are many who leave for it. Yeah, they do. And I think it's like you find your area, don't you? You find your calling. Maybe, like, look, when we started doing web design, we were also providing hosting, reselling, and now we stopped that. And we focus on web design and consultancy and the video side. Doing videos was never part of our business model. And it's a weird one because it's not really part of the business model, but it was, you know, how much time are you going to take away from the business to create videos? But I got into it, started loving it, and, you know, I can't help myself. I love creating videos. I like making things look pretty. I bet you do, Sam. I bet you do. I bet you do. I bet you when you cook your food, you make it look all lovely, but then you remember how it's going to look when it comes back out again. Love your life. Imran on security plugins. Can you have 2 to 3 different I wouldn't do that. I really wouldn't do that, love your life. I would question why do you need to have 2 or 3 security plugins? Because they're going to conflict. It's a bit like when you install too many optimization plugins. How many times are you going to optimize the CSS and the JS? And often the plugins will kind of go, sorry, because you got this activated, we're not going to work. But you might have wanted that one to override that one. But then it becomes a little bit like, oh, so how do I do that? How do I switch it? How do I crisscross and do all that? So Weight of Fun is saying for basics, there is a playlist for basics. There is. Let me give it to you. Let me give you the playlist for the basics, right? Just hold on. So here's the basics, right? So here you go. So Way to Fun basics playlist. Go away and knock yourself out. Don't go away, sir. I don't mean it like that. Don't knock yourself out. It's a phrase. It's a turn of words. Hamza, my bad promoting. No, you're not promoting. You're not promoting at all. But it's just one of those things where it's just one of those things that I get a little bit annoyed about. Not even voice. I don't want to say annoyed, but yeah, it does annoy me a little bit because they will never ever promote me ever, right? So I get a bit like, well, why do I want to be sending people over to their channels and stuff like that? Noreen, best plugin for showing 3D models. There is a plugin. Have you tried ChatGPT? Go and ask ChatGPT or Google, and Google will tell you. Go and type WordPress 3D plugin, and then change the results to be the latest month, and I'm pretty sure you'll find something. Yeah. Yeah, go and watch that, and you'll get what's the say? No, not get that. Google it. 3D models, you'll get that. So I am planning to work on about God, that's quite a lot actually. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 videos I want to try and get out before the end of the week, looking at Yoast versus Rank Math. In terms of Yoast version 2. I'm not going to bother with all-in-one and SEO Press and all of them. I had a look at them, and I have to be honest. It's bad enough comparing two before I start to compare too many. The Elemental Beta, there'll probably be 2 or 3 videos for that. I'll do each bit separately rather than all one in a go, because it, so you can pick and choose what you want to watch. And I'm going to look at image masking in Bricks Builder, because you don't have the image mask feature, and someone asked me about that, and I'm pretty sure I know what to do, but I just need to test it out, and once I've tested it out I can go and get a video done, and then hopefully I can get back on board with my JMXHD. How you doing? Hey, it's a really fast rampant day today, I can tell you that. It's a very fast-paced day today. Loads of stuff to do. I forgot what I'm talking about. Do you know what? I keep forgetting what I'm talking about. I really do forget. Oh yeah, Supercourse. So the Supercourse we're creating isn't just going to be about good practice with getting clients, closing deals, how to behave, how to manage your time, how to design websites, how to think responsively, page speed, perform, all of these things, right? It's also going to be about, from the get-go, your business model, your strategy, sourcing help, marketing, social media, even some advice about financial aspects about your business, pricing ladder, pricing strategy as well. Growing your team, scaling your pricing and your business, but it's going to be very, very big, but it's going to be done in a very, very, very clear way, and it's going to be very affordable as well. Let me tell you now, it's going to be so affordable. You're going to be like, no way. All right. You're going to be very surprised, because I am going for proper low price, super low. But I've still got to create it. And one thing I am doing, though, is I'm not going to let you know about it and then create it, and then you got to wait. No, when we launch it, it will be done. So if you get it, you get it. If you don't get it, it's up to you then. You don't get it, basically, kind of thing. Way to fund something error back up WordPress root files. What? Are you getting a problem somewhere? Who's your host? Are you talking about a real website here? Hey, JMXD, you always break my line of thought. Yeah, Sam, you know what? Yeah, that is actually a very good bit of advice. Never take on a project where you don't think you have a way to solve it. You might not know the answer straight away, but can you rely on other designers, developers, forum, community, ChatGPT, people who can help you get the solution? If not, do not agree to work on a website where you don't know what you're doing, because then you hit a world of pain. Yeah, I mean, look, the reason, thank you, Hamza, by the way, the reason why we do the live chats is because when I do the normal YouTube videos, there's like an agenda. This is what we're going to do, and we do it. And I talk about why you should do it this way and the pros and cons. And I might deviate a bit, but this is all it is. 2-minute video, 10-minute video, 5-minute. That's all we're doing, okay? And then some of you put comments in, and I will reply to as many of the comments as I can. I like to be really responsive to the comments. But when we do the live chats aren't just all about WordPress and Elementor and bricks and responsive and mobile. We like to expand on other subjects. So about your business, your clients, your food, your toilet break, the planet Uranus, holidays, family, kids, life, the cold, how you doing, relationships. I think I said that already. New designers, old designers, right? And that's where I feel like the live chats help to breed the community spirit, especially when it reminds you that we are all human. Too many times we see videos out there and blog posts and sponsored posts on Facebook going, I'm a web designer and I make $10,000 every month. I did this and I'm loaded in money. I do drop shipping. I write blogs. I sell books. They rarely ever want to talk about real life. They always like to start off with like, oh yeah, I had a job. I was really struggling. I couldn't make ends meet. Oh, I couldn't eat. Everyone left me. I was on my own. Oh my God, life was really shit. And then I realized this is what I need to do. I sat down, I drew out a plan. I put forward this strategy, and now I'm making $10,000 every second. And you can too. When you buy this ebook, or you buy this course, or you DM me, and then I will send you another link that takes you to another link, and then you click a button, and before you know it, you have lost $200. But guess what? You're gonna make it up again, because I'm making $10,000 every second. However, please read the disclaimer where it clearly states that you may or may not make the same money as me, because it's very individualistic and subjective, and I cannot predict what kind of money you're going to make, and nor do I have to prove what money I was making either. Load of bullshit, right? That's what they do. So I like to kind of remind everyone that there is a reality check involved. We have bad clients. We break contracts, we terminate, we have to offer refunds sometimes. We have good days, we have bad days. We get things wrong, we get things perfectly really well. But no one's rolling in it. Or as far as I know, we're not rolling in it. And a lot of other people are not rolling in it. Okay? That's the reality check. But if you look into that deeper, we can also make our lives better for ourselves if we know what to look out for and we strategize to work better, more efficient, more on the lookout for, dodgy clients or things you don't like. Be more in control of what you are willing to do. Don't agree to do every project that comes through your door. Don't say yes to everyone that demands something of you. Remember, you've chosen, or some of you have chosen, not to work for maybe someone else. You're your own boss. You're self-employed. You might be working as part of a close-knit team or whatever, okay? You don't need to take crap, all right? You're in control. And I think too many times there's not enough people out there doing the reality check. Right, check the comments. Abhishek. Hey, super cool. When am I planning to release it? Hopefully the end of March. If I'm honest, Abhishek, I wanted to do it end of Feb, but I feel like we're stretching that. I'm pushing myself a lot. End of March, because late at night, I'm talking seriously late at night, I'm working on it, pulling it together, because I've got to juggle it amongst everything else. And it's not going to be just videos. It's not going to be PDFs. It's going to be different in a good way, though. All right, it'll be different in a good way. Artif, yeah, do you know what, Artif? I have thought about that, and I'm trying to strategize with how's the best way to do it, really, Artif. Paul, I think, will also have other guests come along as well. I think he likes having me there because we have a kind of a pretty good vibe, or the way we bounce off one another kind of thing. But yeah, he'll probably have more in there as well. Oh, Linda, mate, I just read what you said about 900 giant images. Not good at all. Maybe the company that wanted to charge me for my website, do you know what, D? What I'll say to you is this, okay? Some companies charge a ridiculous high value, but you know what? That's probably as much business as they probably win in a good period of time. So they try and milk it as much as they can, and it might work for them. Do you know what, Michael? I don't bother with the Fiverr prices. If I put in a proposal and the client comes back to me and says, but I can get that for $200 on Fiverr, I sort of go, okay, go for it. Please go for it. But you know where I am. But if you come back, our prices might be higher. We won't be offering any discounts because you've already paid for someone else. Because even if the website is partially not good or whatever, our prices are what they are, you know. So I know. So I've had it a lot. They go, oh, but I could get someone, you know. I'm not sure I understand. You know, I had someone say to me once, oh, but my friend said he'd do it for half the price. I was like, well, what are you asking me for then? I didn't write it like that. I wrote something like, well, I really hope your friend can fit you in. Something like that, fit you in, and I hope they're aware of technological advances and trends in website design. If at any point you're concerned or unsure, please do get back in touch with me and we can start the conversation again. So be nice about it, but don't try to argue your case. Don't try and say to them, hey, your friend can do it for half the price. I'll beat it. I'll go down a little bit cheaper. I'll halve. Your friend can do it 50%. I'll build it for 49%. Don't do that. Then you're always racing to the bottom. And the minute you offer a 50% discount, I as a client lose trust in you. Because I'm going to be like, so why were you offering it that high in the first place then if you could have done it at that price bracket? Why did you do that? I lose trust in you completely. Right? What I will say though, right? What I will say, yeah, is if you are using Fiverr and it works for you, go for it. But I don't compete with that market because I have a different price bracket strategy and reputation as well. Right, just checking some of the comments. By the way, we are going to close off in 2 minutes' time. We are closing off in 2 minutes' time, everyone, okay? I've got, I haven't eaten. Son's back from school. I saw him for 5 minutes briefly and then came into here, so I've got to go check he's all right. He's currently eating and everything. Check he's fine. Spend a little bit of time with the family, and then I jump into looking at other stuff and starting to create some videos. It's Wednesday tomorrow, by the way, so we are back at the normal time. We're back at the normal time of midday, but you can see that on our YouTube channel. If you've not hit like, please hit like. For some reason, we're not getting a lot of likes, and I do wonder, is that just because people don't like me? Or they don't like the content or what they're talking about? Or maybe they were expecting like loads of WordPress stuff on the screen and they're like, what are we talking about here? But like I said, that's the difference between the live chats and the normal videos. The live chats are an opportunity to talk more about the reality of what we do. Okay, everyone, I'm going to say goodbye. And by the way, Melissa, I don't know if I said hi to you, but I'm about to say goodbye now. Yeah, sure. Do you know what, Mia? Thanks for that. Just noticed your comment. When we get to the point of it is done, I shall let you know. I shall. In fact, Mia, can you email me with your email address, please? Can you email me with your email address? info@websquadron.co.uk. All right, I might just send you a brief snippet of what it looks like at the moment, just so you can give me your opinion of it. info@websquadron.co.uk, Mia. Okay, everyone, I'm going to say goodbye. Take care, and I shall see you all soon. Seriously, stay safe. Bye.